People, deluded, I'm back again. Arsenal 5, Nottingham Forest 0. Our young players move crazy and just wreak havoc on these Nottingham Forest lads. Great result, great confidence boosters for the young players. Great for the young players first and foremost. Whether you're Martinelli, who's come from Brazil, got 2 goals today. Obviously, Saka played well when he came off the bench. Joe Willock, for me, his goal is just the icing on top of the cake. I don't know what else Joe Willock can do to get game time on a more permanent basis. No disrespect to Forest, but it's obviously Forest. But I feel Willock was a bad boy today. He worked very hard off the ball and all of these sort of things, man. He's a lovely technical footballer, but he really understands what you need to do in central midfield. He's still unpolished in several incidences, but I really believe in Joe Willock in particular. I feel Nelson grew into the game. Fingers crossed from where I was sitting in the ground, people. Fingers crossed Emil's injury isn't too serious. I don't want to put false information out there, but I assumed it was a head injury. I hope to be wrong and I hope he's back. But it was a good performance on a more brighter note from all our players. And also I've got to shout out Tierney, sorry, I keep calling the man Tierney, sorry. Kieran Tierney was sick today and it's a big question as to whether we play him against United. I feel Callum Chambers, again, players that had a point to prove whether they're a bit part and whatnot, they're putting pressure on places in terms of, Emre's selection. Another game Mustafi plays and we keep a clean sheet. Nah, on a serious note, people, it's a convincing win for us. We move forward to the next round. We know that we're trying to achieve Champions League and more illustrious trophies. We all know we'd rather, no disrespect, but we'd rather win the Europa League or the FA Cup, even though Arsenal haven't won this competition too many times. It's not. We don't want to really want to. It is what it is. It's a trophy. We have to respect it, and we have to go out there and give ourselves the best possible chance of winning it. But it's not there for the in terms of priorities. That being said, it's a trophy for young players. It's a chance to get game time. It's a chance to win a trophy. Get that first taste of silverware if you get to the final. Get that first little career milestone and things like that. And away from that, it's obviously a chance to impress Gooner because Saka, Joe Willock in particular, what more can they do? Martinelli, I feel he was quality today, but if we look at his performance away from the emotion, it weren't amazing like that, people. But he had an encouraging performance. And then we might think, yo, listen, he played against 2 physical kind of people in Forest's defence in a false 9 sort of, for me, it looked like a 4-4-2 or a slight variation being at the ground. He done quite well. He got into pockets, he moved around. He was, like I said, he was in for a physical battle and he scored a header. So it was a good thing. We've also got to remember, again, sadly, Emil Smith-Rowe is excluded to this, but everybody came through it without any injuries. Bellerin and Kieran Tierney came back, and obviously nice for Holding to get a goal and Bellerin to get an assist. And Tierney, sorry people, looks quality. He does look a bit stiff, I'm not going to lie. Like if he was to bring him to a bashment rave, I don't feel he can secure a wine and hold a wine, but I like him, people, man. I think the balls he puts into the box are quality. He gets forward, he does the basics correctly, and he's just switched on defensively. Clearly he's a human being. He's going to have good games, he's going to have poor games. We can't expect him to make the difference, but just in terms of being a left back and doing what a left back wants, it's refreshing. And I love to see the handbags he got involved in as well. He's passionate. What I liked as well that I might not necessarily have seen if I didn't go to the game as opposed to watching it on TV or whatever, I like his attitude. Obviously a lot of that is from playing for Celtic and trying to win titles and the expectation, but he's a couple times he's putting balls into the box. He's telling man, yo, listen, why are you not onto that? Like, he's not just moaning about it. He's moving his hands and saying, yo, listen, get onto that sort of thing. Every ball he put into that box today was quality. I feel Chambers was quality today. There was the only thing I saw Chambers do wrong. There was a minute in the first half. I think he was in the right back area. I don't know what he tried to do. He tried to tackle, but it didn't quite happen. And we have to play to the whistle. The ball went off and he kind of stopped playing. But other than that, immense, people. And people need to stop getting gassed in terms of Chambers at right back, because you need to remember he's not had the best of games at right back generally. But in terms of getting games with Maitland-Niles' injury, with Bellerin, I don't know if Bellerin will play against United, but there's an opportunity for game time with Chambers there. Chambers did his thing with 2 lovely assists as well. The first one was probably the better one, if I can remember correctly, and he did get 2 assists. It was a lovely ball from Willock, obviously, out to the flanks, if I remember correctly, because I was so excited. And obviously Chambers pull it in for Martinelli. So for me, I'm happy for the young players, man. The young players move savage. Going into the game as well, people, I thought it was going to be a mad thing because I went through so much just to get to this game at the Emirates, people. Left work now, Tottenham Court Road's chock-a-block, Victoria Line, Central Line, everything is not working. Northern Line is acting up. Oxford Circus is chock-a-block. Warren Street, get to Warren Street, just about manage through Warren Street. Get onto the Victoria Line, people. We get to Highbury and Islington, and it then tells me we're not stopping at Finsbury Park. It says, okay, for whatever reason, but I can get off at Seven Sisters and come back. Get to Seven Sisters now, they're locking off the whole thing. Jump on a bus now, and it's all just to get there. And I've literally dipped from Manor House to the Emirates, people. And imagine when I get to the Emirates, I'm there with my membership, and the China told me something's wrong. It's not going green, it's going red. My heart's starting to beat. I'm thinking, yo, I'm not with the fraud thing. I fully was on the red members site and booked this and bought this thing, so no one could tell me nothing. But we eventually got there. It's sad that Tyrese John Jules, obviously, you did hear in regards to the lead up in the game, he could potentially start, and he's had a little knock or something in training. Minor setback for a major comeback. It must be bittersweet for Tyrese John Jules, obviously, seeing everybody score. I don't think he's a jealous person, but seeing Martinelli score and whatnot, you'd think, striker, you'd potentially be in that. And we all want to see him score at the Emirates. He's been working for a moment like that, and it seemed it was finally here. With Eddie not being here, Aubameyang needing to be rested, Lacazette sadly injured, it seemed all destined in the stars for him. But it is what it is. He'll get his opportunities. Emil will get more opportunities to impress as well, and fingers crossed that it's not a serious injury. Really and truly, let's be honest, people, we was at about 60-70%. We didn't need to be any better than that to beat Nottingham Forest. They had a couple of opportunities. They've got some good Portuguese lads that were very technical, and they did send a couple of our players shops on occasion. But really and truly, they didn't threaten Martinez, had nothing to do. We put some good combination plays generally together throughout the whole team. Second half was a joy to watch because I felt we scored our goal, but I did think we needed to do a bit more before and slightly after our goal in terms of like getting these 3 and 4 goals and putting on a spectacle for the fans and really allowing players to enjoy the game. I felt we needed to do that, people. Second half, both teams kind of went a bit more open, and Nottingham Forest, as you get tired, gaps start to open, and we obviously put them under a lot of pressure. Numerous whipped balls into their penalty box, and it was just skimming wide and things like that. But from the first to the second half, we were in and about there, and it felt like we're getting warmer and warmer. We're banging on the doors. Martinelli there's no point, man. There's so many goals I can't remember, but Martinelli's last goal is proof. I know we all got work tomorrow, people. I got to be up at 6 o'clock, so I'm a bit stupid here making vids, if I'm completely honest with you. But this is why you stay to the final whistle. Lovely from Martinelli. Saka looked dangerous whenever he's going down that flank. Martinelli, lovely 2 goals. Joe deserved his goals. Obviously, lovely Bellerin got an assist. Who else? Holding scored, and Holding, again, let's be honest, the defence weren't tested like that, but Holding did what he needed to do. Main thing is he got fitness, and the main thing is it's nice that Bellerin got an assist, he scored, and Kieran Tierney put in positive performances, because it's just about encouragement. Let's be honest, this is a game where, like I said, we can put our C team out there and they should be able to win. And no disrespect, that probably is our C, it's probably Emre's C to B team, C to D team, sorry. No disrespect to these young players because they're going to be called upon. You did see we haven't been playing in terms of rhythm-wise with our strongest team in recent weeks, in my opinion. But with the changes and whatnot, you did see a bit of the rhythm go. But I felt we did well. I felt we had the perfect blend of young players out there and experienced players to help them guide it through. Regardless what you say about Mustafi, we should be able to win this game. So Mustafi's out there, Kieran Tierney's out there. Who else is there? Who else? You obviously had Torreira and Ozil and these sort of players on the field. Martinelli, I feel he got into good little pockets. He worked very hard. And again, like I said, encouraging performance from these sort of lads, people. So what can I say, man? 5-0, clean sheet, people, excluding Emil Smith Rowe, sadly. We come out of this injury free. We now look to United, and for me, I'd probably start Kieran Tierney, you know. I know it goes against all DG logic and everything I've said, but with him getting substantial minutes against Wolves' 23s, and obviously playing tonight, people, you get a little bit of rest and whatnot. He might still be a bit rugged and rusty and whatnot, and it might be a difficult environment to throw the lad in, and he's technically 22, a young lad. Old Trafford, welcome to the Premier League. But that man's played for Celtic. He's played at the toughest grounds in Scotland. If he is fit, I think he'll handle that. So I think it's a big decision to make from Emery's point of view. Bellerin, it's all a case of how fit really is he, because he got minutes and whatnot against Wolves and today, but not as much as Kieran Tierney. So I'd be inclined to believe now, even though I thought Bellerin was more ahead, that Kieran's the one that looks the more fittest and quickest to return into the first team, people. So we'll see what happens. For me, if I'm looking at it, Saka, Willock, Kieran Tierney and actually Holding and Chambers. Big decisions for Emery to make in terms of next Monday against United. Big decisions, people. I don't feel he'll start Saka, but you never know. Saka's put in encouraging performances in all the 3 chances he's been given in the Europa League, the one in the league. And obviously, he probably didn't want to bring him on as quickly as he did, sadly, because of the injury. But it sounds sad, and obviously I'm not saying Saka's bad mind, but Saka can't really care about Emil Smith-Rowe's injury. He needs to go out there and put in a performance, and he did it, the young lad. I didn't appreciate that guy trying to get into handbags with Saka because he's twining them up and things towards the end. And would you have that energy? You got that energy for a fresh-faced 18-year-old. Would you have that energy for someone else that might be able to react different? I don't know if Kolasinac is at the game, people, but you might have to get him to go to that away dressing room and have a word. Now, Forest, I don't think Forest fans are going to be stressed. I was speaking to a lot of them after the game. End of the day, they're focusing on the Championship. I believe they currently sick. Forgive me if there's been fluctuation. And they actually don't dislike Arsenal. I know they gave us a lot of banter with they were burning me, people, when they were singing Champions of Europe. You'll never sing that. It was a young L, but we move forward, and like I said, people, we move forward. We move forward to United in the league. The league was put on pause. We can only play what's in front of us, and we put in an encouraging performance, or the boys did generally. So on that note, there's nothing more to add. People, Deluded. I'm out. Thank you for watching and rocking each and every time. Hit the like, subscribe, and comment your own opinions. I'm out though.